This is an example of one of those patterns that you find in complex systems. This is called diffusion of innovation theory. So this has been really useful as we're kind of trying to be strategic and thinking about how we raise awareness and drive social change. And I'm just going to give 3 examples. One is about highlighting innovators and early adopters. Because we get a tendency, we're like, okay, now we're going to reach the majority. We don't want to forget about who our first customers were, who our early adopters, who that core community is. And it's really important that they're recognized and that they're examples and that there's a sense of identity and community. And I think this forum is such a great example of that. It helps us feel kind of connected together. The second one is about using simple and inclusive language, right? There's certain words we can use when we talk to each other as early adopters, innovators. Things that is very precise language, so circular economy or sustainable development goals. We just say SDGs, or we talk about regenerative agriculture and things like that. And it's valuable for this community because it's precise language. But it can be a big barrier when you're trying to go beyond that. And I think that's really important to keep in mind. Even the term social enterprise, right? What we really want to get out is the concept, right? No matter what the language is. That's a big reason for the name for Good Market, particularly because we were working in areas where the term social enterprise isn't recognized, and we had lots of languages that we're dealing with. So that the idea of it being good for people, good for planet, it's easy to translate. It was something that worked in a lot of different contexts. And the final one is about celebrating the process. And this actually has 2 parts. The first is learning from other social movements that have been successful in the past. When you're going after a ridiculously big goal like all of us are, like if you're trying to stop racism or you're trying to change the global economy, it's so important to make sure that we're pausing along the way to kind of recognize the little tiny steps that we make all the time, you know, as we're moving forward. The second part, and this is what helps get us into the really reaching the majority, is more about tone, right? It's about having fun. It's about celebrating. Because a lot of times when we talk raising awareness, we're talking about awareness about social and environmental problems, and that can be really overwhelming. Fear is immobilizing. It feels like it's too big, we can't do anything about it. But if we bring in all the amazing things that make us human, the music, the great food, the community, getting together, art, poetry, all of that, it makes it a lot more fun and it's a lot easier to get other people involved.